If you're going to be taking organic chemistry in the future, or maybe you're already taking the class and especially if you're struggling with the course, you might be thinking if getting an organic chemistry tutor might be a good idea. So let's address the elephant in the room. Do you need an organic chemistry tutor? And the answer is no, you do not need an organic chemistry tutor, but you might want one, and those are two very different things. Let me explain. Hey everyone, Victor is here. I'm a professional chemist and chemistry educator, and I've been working with chemistry students for over 20 years. And what I've learned from my own personal experience is that when it comes to students struggling with organic chemistry, it's never about the intelligence. So why so many students struggle with organic chemistry, and why organic chemistry has quite a reputation? Over the years, I worked with students who aced the class without ever hiring a tutor, and I have seen students whose semester was completely turned around by hiring one. So before we talk about why you might want to hire an organic chemistry tutor, let's talk about one huge misconception that a lot of students have about tutoring. Most students think that whenever they're hiring a tutor, they are hiring somebody to explain things to them. That's not quite what tutoring is all about. The tutoring is about figuring out why you are struggling. Explanations is the easy part here. But figuring out the core of where the problem is, that is what tutor can help you with. A good tutor can help you in multiple different ways. First of all, a tutor can help you find the problems that you yourself may not realize that you even have. Usually, whenever you are dealing with a chapter of some sort, the problem isn't the chapter alone. It's all the other material that you might have missed before that chapter. Tutor will also personalize the explanations. A book will give you an explanation, and if you don't get it or something doesn't click, well, you're out of luck. The tutor will change their explanations and change the way they approach the explaining certain topic until it clicks for you specifically. A tutor can give you a continuous feedback, not just saying that this or that is wrong or that's how you fix it, but rather why your brain jumped to this or that conclusion and how you can fix that in the future. Tutor can also save you a lot of time. Something that might take you hours, 4, 5, 6 hours to figure out on your own by going through the textbook, lecture notes, YouTube videos, you name it. A good tutor can pinpoint where the problem is and give you resources saving you those hours. And talking of hours of studying, a tutor will help you prioritize what is important and what is not. Often students might not realize that a certain topic or certain subject is just not that big of a deal, but they will spend a lot of time ruminating on that subject and that type of problem without realizing that in the long run, those are not important things. And finally, an experienced tutor will help you recognize your instructor's patterns and tell you what your instructor is likely to ask from you on the test. Of course, it doesn't mean that the tutor has some sort of insider knowledge or something like that, but a tutor who has seen the instructors, and the tests that instructors write year after year after year might recognize that a certain topic or certain style of a question is going to be more common than the other one on the test. Like for instance, whenever I work with any of my students, I always ask them to give me the exams from their instructor. Either we are talking about the exams from this semester or maybe something that they might have from previous semesters. So this way I can look at the structure of the exam and I can very easily figure out what type of questions the instructors like and what type of questions they are likely to ask you during the test. And while a tutor can do a lot for you, there are certain scenarios in which you absolutely should not hire a tutor. I'm not going to sugarcoat it here, but some students, when they hire a tutor, they actually hire a babysitter. They want somebody to take responsibility of their class, remind them of the deadlines, remind them of the homework and stuff like that. That's not what tutoring is all about, and if you need somebody to remind you of your deadlines, well, that's not the tutor's job. Another thing that I see that sometimes people hire a tutor because they need a study buddy. They need somebody to sit with them while they're working on their homework or reading the textbook or watching lectures or doing something like that. Well, if that's what you need, get yourself a study group. Find somebody from your class to work through the problems with you. That's, again, not something that a tutor can help you with. The tutor can help you with that, of course, but that would be a waste of your time and resources. And of course, I shouldn't be even talking about that, but tutor is not here to do your homework or take your exams or anything of that sort. And finally, one of the most common things that I see happening all the time, a lot of students think that tutors and instructors, we have some sort of, hidden knowledge, hidden informations. We are going to teach you tricks that will easily help you on the test. Well, tutoring is not about trickery. And another important thing that I want to point out here, if you do rely on tricks, they might work in some situations, but any instructor who's been doing that for more than 5 seconds knows how to write a test to test for tricks. So if you're relying on tricks, I can guarantee in many cases you are going to still fail your test because tricks don't work in organic chemistry. They have a very narrow scope of applicability, so do not rely on trick, nor should you ever be asking your tutor for tricks. So now, when you have a pretty good idea of what tutor can do for you and when you should not get a tutor, let's very briefly talk about what makes a good tutor. And I'm going to be very brief here because that is actually a topic for the entire video on its own. But when it comes to tutoring, experience helps, but that's not the most important thing. What is more important is what is known as PCK, or pedagogical and content knowledge. It is important not only to know the material, but also to understand why students struggle with this or that topic and how to explain that topic to students. Knowing why students struggle with this or that topic, that's what separates a teacher from somebody who just knows chemistry. Now, getting a tutor does come with certain downsides, of course. And the biggest one here, of course, is going to be the cost. Good tutors unfortunately come at a premium, so if you are thinking about getting a tutor, you got a budget for that. Also, tutors are often booked ahead of time, so you might have to compromise when it comes to scheduling, and you might have to find a time that is not perfect for your schedule, but that's what you'll have to work with. Quality of tutoring can also vary from one person to another person. Likewise, a tutoring style might work for one person and might not work for another person. So whenever you're looking for a tutor, you might want to try a couple of people and talk to them just to figure out whether this or that tutor clicks for you. But as I've mentioned before, what makes a good tutor and how to find one is a topic for a completely separate video, so it's not the subject of this one, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. And one other thing that I do want to mention here is that occasionally students develop dependency on their tutor. If you feel like you don't feel comfortable answering questions or approaching problems on your own, and you always need to have a tutor's insight on what's going on there, that's a red flag. Something is wrong, and you need to reevaluate how you're working with your tutor and what exactly you're getting from that. So, coming back to my original question, do you need a tutor? Of course, the only person who can answer that for yourself is you. A tutor might be a great investment if you're getting one for right reasons. If you have just failed your exam, don't just think that, oh, I need a tutor. Ask why you failed that exam. What was the problem? Was that the previous knowledge? Was it the lack of practice? Was it something else? And if the tutor can help you solve that problem, then yeah, of course you might want to invest into a tutor. Likewise, if you're going to be taking organic chemistry in the future and you think that you will need a tutor simply because you're scared of the subject's reputation, think why exactly are you scared of that subject? I promise you, organic chemistry is not that difficult or that hard. It is very different from any other course that you have taken in college, but it is quite manageable. And as I've mentioned before, I have seen tons of students who can do it without a tutor. So think, what exactly can tutor do for you? Is it the time saving? Is it pointing at specific flaws in your preparation? Is it tailoring instruction to your specific needs? What is it that you're trying to accomplish by hiring a tutor? Don't just get one just because. That is never a good idea. What is a good idea is to figure out why you need one, and if you think that the tutor is going to be helpful, then get one. Now that you know what tutoring can and can't do, the next obvious question is, how do I find a good organic chemistry tutor? Because trust me, they're not all created equal. And that would be exactly what I'm gonna be talking about in my next video in this series, so make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that one, and I will see you next time!